The Lakeshore Museum Center is an amazing community resource that has something for everybody. If you haven't taken the time to visit our main museum or our historic sites with Charles Hackley's home, or visited our living history park nestled in the woods, you are missing out on an amazing adventure.
Some of the things that I like most about the museum is that you get to experience wigwams, and you can feel beaver skins. Some were rough, some were soft, and some were really smooth. And I also really like the mastodon here. And I really like the Hackley and Hume houses because we get to experience the things that they had back then.
We utilize almost everything that the Lakeshore Museum Center has to offer. It's come to really be a special part of our family, and some of my favorite things are how excited they get about when events are upcoming, and also the knowledge that they're gleaning that I don't even realize. They'll come home and say things, and even things will pop up months later that, oh, Miss Jackie taught us this, or Mr. Pat said this, and I haven't even known for months that my children knew about those things.
One of the things I like about the museum is how it's kind of like my second school, and how the exhibits are like my teachers. Only they make the learning way more fun than my teachers at school. At Heritage Park, I got pet the animal skins. There was different animal skins, and as a powwow, I got a dance.
Hi, my name is Forrest. I am 13 and a youth volunteer at Michigan's Heritage Park. My volunteering is going to help me with college. I am a better public speaker, and I get to do things that kids aren't usually encouraged to do anymore, like use an axe, start fires, and cook things like beaver tail.
But once he got started and got going learning about all the different sites there, he was even more excited. He absolutely loves going to work each day. He works usually 4 days a week because he loves it so much. He was worked at the logging shanty. He knows a lot about that, the Civil War site, the wigwam. He learned the atlatl. He loves to come home and tell us about the experiences that he's learned, the people that he's met, and share that with the rest of our family, and the excitement in him is just incredible.
I learned many years ago in the classroom that I can't teach history in the four walls of my classroom. I needed to get kids out and give them hands-on experiences with history so that they would learn to love it. And that was a lesson I learned early on from my own son. One of my favorite things about Big Lesson Week is the way that we use the entire downtown community with our second graders. We visit everything from the Hackley and Hume home to take a closer look at life of lumber barons. We visit the Hackley Fire Barn, and then we continue by looking at the gifts of Charles Hackley, the school, the Hackley Library, the Muskegon Museum of Art, and more.
I believe for me the big lesson is really important to us, to my school, for kids who normally don't ever come to the museum. They are able to experience the museum, and their families also on that last day when they come for presentations are able to experience the museum, and they find it a very valuable resource. They also are exposed to the hands-on lessons that the museum staff offers. Mr. Pat and Miss Jackie are amazing with our kids.
The big lesson was a big deal at our house. Starting at the end of first grade, Addie was counting down till she got to be in second grade and do the big lesson, and they didn't end up doing that until the spring of her second grade year. And so when she started second grade, it became an even bigger countdown. We were so excited.
Our teacher that year was really into Laura Ingalls Wilder and the Little House books. So she would read a couple to us, and my friend and I had read them because we were kind of advanced at reading. And then when it was time to do the essays, I got really excited when I picked to be a pioneer, and we made those little doll things to have our essays on. I liked that a lot. Our teachers actually set aside art supplies for us to use, and when we actually said the essays, it was a lot of fun because our parents got to know all about what we did, and really we couldn't even say all that when we got home from school.
I feel like at 9 and 7, my daughters are already Muskegon stars, that they could tell anyone who comes in all about Muskegon and kind of be ambassadors for the city.
Bringing kids into our community and teaching them about the history of our community helps them fall in love with our community. And I know that kids that love their community will grow into adults that give back to their community, both in volunteerism and financially, as Charles Hackley did in his day.
Every time that we come here, they treat us like our friends, and it's amazing how one place can bring so many people together.